Hello aspirants, I am Indumati Karthikeyan from InKar IAS Academy. Today we are going to see about 10th December current affairs. The topic from Delhi edition. The topic is in energy dependent world, the issue of food security. This topic comes under our GS2 issues of buffer stock and food security technology measures. Why it is in the news? First of all, there is a need of the reimagine agriculture. The twin crisis, food and energy security, set to challenge the global priorities. Addressing these food insecurity and energy, the poverty is central to achieving the global stability. But tackling these issues independently is no longer sufficient. So, World Bank warns. That is the latest report on climate development. The intervened crisis, food and energy security are defining a trajectory on the 21st century, casting a dark shadow over global stability. Both systems are under siege. That is, the food production is strained by climate change, population growth, and inequality. While energy system is faced geopolitical tension, outdated infrastructure, and slow transition from the fossil fuels. So interconnectedness presents that is on every greater challenge. Agriculture, a lifeline of the humanity in both significant energy consumer and also the contributor to the climate change as a world on the edge of multiple tipping points that is a truly addressed without confronting the others. Agriculture actually consumes nearly 70% of the global freshwater resources and also responsible for the 20% greenhouse gas emission. Its dependence on the fossil fuel for mechanization of irrigation, fertilizer production, and also the transportation. So it created a vicious cycle of environmental degradation. The reliance also exposes food system to energy price shocks, threatening the global stability. Rising temperature and erratic weather patterns further disrupt agricultural output, putting a livelihood as a very much discomfort in 2.5 billion people at risk between 2020 to 2023. There is a nearly 11.8% global population faces severe food security, a figure projected to rise to 956 million by 2028. So, first of all, we must focus on the food security. So, based on the 1996 World Food Summit, food security is defined when all the people at all times have physical and economic access and sufficient safe for the nutrition food that meets the dietary needs, food preferences for an active and healthy life. There is a food security measure. How the people can access nutritious food. That is a main criterion. For that, they need availability. First of all, we need to having the food. We need to get the food. And next is access, having the resource to get food. And also utilization, using the food through the healthy diet, clean water, and also sanitation and stability, having a good food all times, even during the sudden shocks or cyclical events. So, other dimension of food security agency and sustainability, the factor can impact the food security. It include adverse weather condition, maybe political instability, and also there is some economical factors like unemployment or rising population or rising food prices. That is a food inflation. So these are the things can be affect the give the impact on food security. So the World Bank Group works to build system that can feed everyone by strengthening the safety nets. That is a rules and regulation follow to provide the foods and basic needs, and also there is a delivering the emergency support if they are meeting any consequence like natural disaster. So we need to provide the energy needs and food needs, and also we need to promoting the farming system that is a climate resilient, user smarter technology to promote the farming system for the people, and also we need to improve the supply chains. If any food item can be lagging, we need to export, or we need to import, or we need to, if any food or any cereals or any of agricultural item is surplus, then we need to export. So these are the supply chain maintenance, and also we need to support the research and development. So research and development, we need to produce a high variety yielding rice crops, something like that. So we need to conclude that research and development must be very much sure for our agriculture, and also we need to advocating the policy and regulatory reforms. That there is a reforms can be definitely comes to the agriculture. So then only they can find the solution for the food security. According to the 2024, that is a state of food security and nutrition in the world report, between 713 and 757 billion people faced hunger in 2023. So there is a key intersection between the energy and food security. That first of all, we need agricultural production. That is a modern agriculture with the heavy machinery, irrigation, production, and also using the natural fertilizers and also pesticides. The rising cost of the fossil fuel can increase the price of the food production, making food less affordable, and also especially in the vulnerable section. And also there is a food processing and storage is a very much important factor, that is a essential for food processing. Then only they can retain the food for a long time. Packaging and storage and also refrigeration, there is a power outages or insufficient energy supply can lead to the food spoilage and also the waste. We can avoid those waste by the food processing. And also there is a perfect supply chain maintenance, like transportation and distribution. So transporting the food from farms market to the fuel depends on fuel and energy infrastructure. So there is a disruption. Energy supply chains can cause us a delay in increased food prices. There is a impact on the climate change. This is one of the most common factor, that the energy sector contributes significantly greenhouse gas emission because of exacerbating the climate change, which directly impacts the cross yields and also water availability and food production system. There is a energy efficient of the renewable solution are critical, and also it is a important criteria to mitigate this efficiency. And also there is a biofuels competition for the resources. To push the biofuels as an alternative energy source competes with the food crops out for land, water, and other resources. So this can exacerbate food security by reducing the amount of land available for the food production. And finally, the land access and poverty. That's in many developing countries, lack of access of an affordable energy hinders agricultural productivity and also food access. There's an investment in the renewable energy solution can empower the local food system, improving the resilience and also the self-sufficiency. So, what are the strategy we must need to take the sustainable food security and also the energy? For that, we need to promote the renewable energy like solar power, irrigation, wind power, biogas system. So, reduce the fossil fuels, and also we need to encourage the energy efficient farming, and also there is a enhancement of the energy efficiency, that is a food processing, storage, transportation. So reduce food waste by strengthening the cold chain infrastructure. We need to improve the cold storage system to enhance the food quality and food durability. And also there is a diversity in the energy resource. There is an invest of the renewable and alternative energy stores resources to reduce the dependency on the fossil fuels. So we must go for the renewable sources, and also we need to maintain the supply chain is possibly, and also we must use a sustainable biofuel, that is a biofuel policy. Do not compromise food production. So there is a research need for that. For the biofuels, the use of non-food crops or the agricultural waste, we can produce the biofuel. It is a major solution to avoid the food crops can be used for the biofuels. And also there is a climate resilience is a very important criteria to adapt the changing weather patterns. We must do the R&D, and we should create a high yielding varieties and also support research crop varieties for the resilient to energy and also the climate constraint. That is a final thing. We need a collaboration with the globally, and also there is a policy integration is required. Then we can foster the cooperation of balanced energy and also food security goals that align policies on energy, agriculture, and also climate change to achieve the sustainable development objectives. So for that, ensuring the food security and energy dependent the world requires a holistic approach. It integrates sustainable energy practice and also the resilient agriculture. This system with equitable policy is definitely enhance the food security and definitely reduce the energy imbalance. Thank you so much.